What if 2025 wasn't just another year? What if it became the year you finally stopped chasing everything dead, started mastering yourself? The year you turned down the noise, shut out the distractions, and made one bold decision to focus solely on your growth, not as a trend, not for show, but as a quiet revolution within. Today, we're diving deep into how Stoic philosophy, the ancient wisdom of Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius can guide you to lasting transformation. This isn't about hustle. It's not about chasing success. It's about developing inner strength, the kind that doesn't shout. It simply exists. Let's begin. Growth isn't something you chase. It's something you nurture. In a world obsessed with speed, Stoicism teaches the opposite. Slow down, get still, go inward. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." That's where growth starts, not with more goals or better habits, but with stillness. In 2025, your greatest leap forward will come not from adding more to your life, but from removing what no longer serves you. Distractions, excuses, the need to impress everyone but yourself. True growth begins when you stop running from discomfort and start asking it what it's trying to teach you. Self-growth isn't about fixing yourself. It's about understanding yourself. Epictetus wrote, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." The Stoics practiced daily self-examination. Every night, they asked themselves, "What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? How can I improve tomorrow?" This isn't about guilt or shame. It's about radical honesty. It's about being accountable to yourself, not to the world. In 2025, your best tool for growth is self-reflection. Write journal. Think deeply. Track your responses to life, not just what happens to you, but how you choose to meet it. That's where power begins. Real growth begins when you realize this. You don't control outcomes. You only control your effort. You don't control whether people appreciate your work. You control whether you showed up and did your best. You don't control if someone respects you. You control how you carry yourself. Epictetus taught us, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. This mindset frees you. It ends the obsession with results. You measure progress not by what you achieve, but by how intentionally you live today. That's real control. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Seneca warned us, while we wait for life, life passes. If you only act when you feel motivated, you'll stay stuck. But if you build habits that reflect your values, you'll take action no matter how you feel. Discipline in 2025 might look like waking up early to write, choosing silence over social media, eating to fuel your body, speaking honestly even when it's hard. Each disciplined choice sends a message. I trust myself. And self-trust is the bedrock of self-growth. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This changes everything. Lost your job? It's an opportunity to create something better. Facing betrayal? It's a chance to define new boundaries. Struggling with your health? It's a call to honor your body more fully. The Stoic doesn't wish for easy days. They train for hard ones. And when obstacles come, they don't run. They ask, what can this teach me? Obstacles don't block your path. They are the path. Here's another truth. You'll never grow fully if you're addicted to approval. In 2025, ask yourself, am I growing for me, or am I just trying to be seen? Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Detach from validation, not because you don't care, but because your worth can't depend on others. When your growth is rooted in your own standards, you become unshakable. You no longer need permission to evolve. Now let's get practical. Here are 5 daily Stoic practices you can use to grow. First, morning reflection. Ask yourself, what's in my control today? What virtue do I want to practice? Second, a midday pause. When something upsets you, stop. Ask, what would a wise person do right now? Third, evening journaling. Reflect, where did I act with integrity today? Where can I improve? Tomorrow, fourth, voluntary discomfort. Practice going without something, comfort, convenience, approval to train your inner strength. And fifth, read just a few lines of Stoic wisdom every day. Let it remind you who you want to be. Each of these small habits becomes part of your foundation, one brick at a time. 22.5 is not about doing more. It's about becoming more focused, more grounded, more aligned with your values. This is the year you stop outsourcing your growth. This is the year you say, I will rise. I will evolve. I will master myself, not for applause, not for fame, but for peace, for strength, for truth. The Stoics didn't seek attention. They sought virtue, and in doing so, they became timeless. You can too. Let 2025 be the year you finally turn inward and find everything you've been searching for every day in 2025. You will face a choice to either stay the same or grow through it. Growth won't always look heroic. Sometimes it will look like walking away from arguments or saying no to something that used to define your worth. Sometimes it will be choosing rest over burnout. Other times it will be choosing honesty over comfort. Growth is not loud, it's not dramatic. It's the quiet commitment to become just a little better day by day. The Stoics teach us that real progress often goes unnoticed because it doesn't need to be noticed. You'll know it by your peace, by the way you carry yourself, by the fact that you no longer react to the same things that used to shake you. This is how you focus solely on your growth. You stop comparing your pace to anyone else's. Seneca once said, "No man was ever wise by chance. Wisdom takes intention. It takes choosing reflection over reaction, stillness over chaos, virtue over popularity." In 2025, focusing on your growth might mean doing less, but doing it with more presence. We live in a world that glorifies being busy, but the Stoics knew that busyness is often just avoidance in disguise. Avoidance of your own thoughts, avoidance of the hard questions, avoidance of silence, and yet silence is where the truth lives. The Stoic path isn't for the faint of heart. It's for those who are ready to take full responsibility for their life, to stop blaming the world, to stop waiting for permission, to stop outsourcing their power. And once you commit to that path, your life begins to shift. You stop chasing things that drain you. You stop entertaining people who distract you. You stop needing to explain your growth to those who aren't growing. And instead, you start building. You build new habits. You build emotional endurance. You build a mindset that can't be shaken by bad news, harsh words, or unexpected change. You start showing up with quiet consistency, even when no one claps, even when no one sees, even when it's hard, because you know that every moment of discipline, every act of reflection, Every decision made from values over egos, another layer of strength being added to your foundation. That's what Stoic growth looks like. Now, let's go even deeper. What does it mean to focus solely on your growth? It means choosing intentional solitude over passive distraction. It means protecting your energy like it's sacred because it is. It means turning your attention inward, not to escape the world, but to prepare yourself to face it with clarity. And, most importantly, it means defining success on your own terms, not society's terms, not your parents' terms, not social media's terms, your own. What do you value? What kind of person do you want to be when things go wrong, when no one is watching, when you're exhausted and the easy way out is right there? These are the moments that define your year. Growth is not a destination. It's a state of living, and it's available to you every day through choice. A choice to respond with patience, to forgive, to keep going, to sit with discomfort instead of numbing it, to think before reacting, to pause and ask, what virtue can I practice right now? That question, simple as it is, can redirect your entire day, because Stoicism isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's not about suppressing emotion. It's about understanding it and not letting it rule you. Marcus Aurelius, in the midst of war and political pressure, kept coming back to the same truths. Control what you can. Let go of what you can't. Live with integrity. Seek truth, not approval. In 2025, let those be your pillars, not trends, not external results, but the timeless values that never fail. Now let's take a moment to reflect. Right now, where in your life are you growing? Where are you still reacting instead of reflecting? Where are you letting fear or ego dictate your actions? Don't judge the answers, just notice them, because awareness is the first step to transformation, and if you keep choosing awareness, clarity will follow. If you keep choosing discipline, progress will follow. And if you keep choosing virtue, peace will follow. That's the Stoic promise. Not an easy life, but a meaningful one. Not a life free of pain, but a life free of regret. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be anyone else. You just need to be committed. So make that commitment to yourself. Not tomorrow, not next month, but now. Choose to grow quietly, consistently, powerfully, and let 2025 be the year you become the calm in the storm, the rock in shifting sands, the light that doesn't flicker when the winds come. You were not made to blend in. You were made to build, to endure, to rise. And with the Stoic virtues as your compass, you'll do exactly that.